This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Thursday morning. People, I don't want to be melodramatic here. And you know, I tell you the way I feel. I don't give a damn if you like it or not. I hope you do. I don't say things to make somebody like me. Hell, most of the time I say things that make somebody dislike me. But I had somebody again yesterday, Bob, in 2 or 3 minutes every day, the moment of silence. You know, there's times after the moment of silence I can barely talk because I remember my loved ones. And these idiots that don't, I don't understand. Why do we take all this bull crap so serious? You got to take life and death serious. This other crap just is along the way. This other crap is along the way from when we live to when we're dying. And this is just the crap. This is just the crap that fills up the time between living and dying. It's not serious. The only serious part of this part between living and dying that we're filling in until we die is how we live. How we live before we die. And it's just, I don't understand people. I really don't. You know, I'm a no good, ignorant, crazy son of a bitch. I'm a convicted felon. I'm whatever my enemies want me to be. But I'm a decent human being. And more than that, I'm an intelligent human being. And I know what these bastards in St. Clair County and throughout our government are doing to us. I don't know if I'm a Trump supporter, but he sure motivated and energized the voter base, hasn't he? People are tired. I'm going to beat them up. I'll pay your legal fees. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You come into my house and you'll get the same treatment. I said yesterday, well, that's not presidential. I don't give a damn about presidential. That son of a bitch pisses and craps in his drawers just like the rest of us. You don't pull his pants off and down like Sprague. These son of a bitches are men. That's what I want running my country, a man. I don't want a politician. I don't want a low-life, rotten bastard like God Sprague. Hey, God, I hear that you're getting fitted. Now, this is how big shot they are. They tell me he's getting fitted for custom-made Depends diapers. Now, I don't know if that's true, and if it's not, Sprague, give me a call, you idiot, because we are America's voice of freedom. We're definitely the Patriot. You or anybody. Hey, Sprague, call me. Defend your lame ass, you diaper-wearing son of a bitch. Call toll-free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. But I tell you people, when the hell we going to wake up? These son of a bitches, they've elected a dead woman. And no disrespect to this lady, I didn't like her. But I never wanted to see anything happen to her. Janet Schmidt out of Belleville, that shows you how asinine, how corrupt, how they don't give a damn about us are. They're so strong, they throw their money around, Sprague. They've got the votes fixed that they elected a dead woman for precinct committeeman. It shows the lengths that these contemptuous bastards will go to keep control of their political positions. When are we people, we the people? Not men and women, not black and white, not Democrats or Republicans. I'm tired of those labels. But when are we, as the people, going to take back this great country of ours? Sprague elects and Kern a dead lady for precinct committeeman. Now, it was a big fight. They spent over $25,000 to beat Mike Bittner. He's the alderman. He's the one that's fighting them. He's the one that tells them, I don't want to be part of the culture of corruption. He told me before the election, if he wins, he's going to resign. They spent $25,000. Now, Mike Bittner got, let me see the number of votes. Mike Bittner got 42 votes, and their candidate got 58. 16 vote difference, and they spent over $25,000. That's how worried they are for November of 2016. $25,000. And if Bittner would have got elected committeeman, Sprague wouldn't have gave him any money, and Bittner didn't give a damn. But that shows you how they live politics, because that's their life. They can't go out and get a real job. Bear Civic's been eating at the public trough for 35 years, people. Sprague's been eating at the public trough in the background because him being the county chairman, he gets to be the lawyers in all these towns. Centerville, Township, Cahokia, all these towns. He's making $200,000-300,000 a year off each of these poor towns. He won't tell you that. He don't want to get out on Front Street and run for office because a no-good son of a bitch couldn't win with his greasy, sleazy hands, and I don't give a damn. He's a rotten, ass-white bastard. But for any son of a bitch that not go to their dad's funeral and not go to their brother's funeral because of money reasons, that tells you what kind of no-good, rotten bastard. I can be a felon all day long, Sprague. I attended and cried at my dad's funeral because he's the one that brought me in this world. And you no-good son of a bitch for a couple bucks. You didn't go and respect your father when they laid him to rest. You didn't go and respect your brother when they laid him to rest. What a rotten piece of crap, Sprague. Everybody's found you out. They know what you're about. Even his people in St. Clair County don't like him. They're afraid of him. What the hell's to be afraid of? 6 foot of crap piled up at 26 East Washington Street in Belleville? What the hell, you people? He's nobody. At one time, I called him God, Sprague, because we all thought he was God. We pulled that curtain. He's nothing. He's Bob. I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal, Sprague. They tell me, and I don't know, but Sprague, is it a fact? I want to know. Do you get drunk, pass out, and piss in your drawers? Is that what a leader of St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee does? I'm going to be broadcasting, I thought, yesterday, but because of scheduling difficulties, going to be Monday. And we're going to give out free Depends. I've got some big placards with Bob Sprague in his Depends. We're going to be at the courthouse. I'm going to be passing out the flyers on him. What an ignorant son of a bitch. He's got everybody buffaloed. Bob Sprague, I've been renting on him. I've been whatever. I can't use that word. I get fined. I've been ragging this no-good son of a bitch for 5-6 years. I've been exposing him for what he is. People are laughing at Sprague, at Bear Civic, at Kern. Now, they can call me a felon all day long. We can make a song about me being a felon. That doesn't take away what they've done, how they've destroyed St. Clair County. Do you know, people? They spent $100,000 and $200,000 on political hit pieces on me, telling you what a no-good son of a bitch I am. I told you yesterday, send me the money so we can feed the hungry. Don't waste it. I'll say what a no-good son of a bitch I am. And I'm far from being perfect, people. But I'm a man, and I'm going to stand tall as a man. I'm not going to stand for this culture of corruption in St. Clair County. And if it's a one-man fight, it'll be a one-man fight. But I think you good people in this county, Democrats, Republicans, men, women, black and white, you people are starting to understand the situation here. You're starting to understand that we're all getting screwed, you're starting to understand that these evil son of a bitches got to go. Now they can send crap out on me forever. And I'll take it. I understand. They've made me someone. Poor white trash from the housing project, and they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to expose me? Well, hell, I expose me for nothing on the radio. That shows you how desperate. They don't know what to do. But I tell you what they're doing. They're putting up all these smoke screens, people. All these smoke screens, because they don't want to tell you about their past. They don't want to tell you about what they've done the last 20, 30, 40 years. It's easy to throw it off on Bob Romanik and go ahead. And you people can dislike me. You people don't have to vote for me. But don't let them give you the old okey-fa-doke. Along with not liking me and not voting for me, remember what they've done the last 50 years. And what they've done is a lot more egregious than what I did 18 years ago. You people, I'm tired of saying I made a mistake. I made a mistake. But the mistake you good people are going to make is when you vote these son of a bitches back in 2016, Democrats and Republicans, because you know what they've done. They've done nothing. They've done nothing but screw us. They've done nothing but make your family suffer. They're going to make your children and grandchildren suffer. People, if we don't take our county back in 2016, it's gone forever. Everybody knows that. This is the perfect storm. This time we can beat them. They talk about East St. Louis. Sprague screwed half the proud blacks down in East St. Louis. Now he tells them yesterday, he tells a few friends that we're going to go back down and get them. They'll step and fetch for us in the general election. I think the proud blacks are tired of stepping and fetching for you, Sprague. You white son of a bitch. You put your plantation up at your big mansion in the orchards. Or let Kern put the plantation up on his $2 million hunting lodge in Calhoun County. The rotten bastard Kern wouldn't even build in St. Clair County because they made the taxes so high. But that's okay. But people, we got to understand what's going on. We've got to understand that they're destroying all of us. Don't have to like me. I told someone last night, I'm running on the Republican ticket. I don't want to hurt the Republicans, so I'm going to probably say, hey, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. Now, if that hurts me, it's going to hurt me, but I don't care. I don't want to hurt the good candidates on the Republican ticket. Sprague, Kern, these guys want to throw them all under the bus because of Bob Romanik? No, if you people don't like me, I've told you time and time again, don't hold the rest of the ticket. Don't hold them at hostage because of Bob Romanik. You know, separate me from those people. Don't give me a vote if you don't think that I deserve it. But people, I will tell you one thing. I'm going to fight these rotten bastards with your help or without your help. I'd love to go to Springfield and represent the good people of St. Clair County, the 114th Legislative District. You'd see what the hell I do. I'm not taking any prisoners. Don't care, Democrat, Republican. You're going to do something, Springfield, for St. Clair County. Or I'm going to be all up your ass. I don't give a damn what you are. If you're a Republican and you can't help St. Clair County out, then screw you too. People will say, hey, Romanik, you're a Republican. You can't talk about other. I can talk about whoever I want. I'm going to be for who's for my people, and I'm going to be against who's not for my people. And Sprague and Kern and Bear Civic aren't for our people. That's why I'm against them. I'll be against Madigan if he's not for us down here. I'll be against Rauner. I don't care. I want something done in southern Illinois. I want something done in one of the biggest counties in this state of Illinois, St. Clair County. Don't give a damn what goes on anyplace else. I can't control this state. I can't control this country. But we can help control St. Clair County. We can help control the good people of this area. I'm tired of it, people. I hope the hell you are. We've got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Bob, this is Karen. I'm going to give you credit for speaking up for us people because there are so many people in this country that are too afraid to speak up. And I am tired of what's going on with the elections. I'm tired of what they're doing to Trump. It's time that people start speaking up instead of sitting down and letting them walk all over us.
You know, Karen, I don't know how old you are. You never ask a lady how old they are, but you've been in this area. You listen in this area. Aren't you just fed up? Aren't you fed up right to the top of your skull with this crap that's been going on?
I am fed up. I listen to you every day. I've met you. People just don't understand the Democrats and what they are doing to this country and this St. Clair County. It's time that people start waking up and seeing that there's people out there that want to help America and help us people, and they don't want to open their mouth and stand up for them.
You know what, Karen, I agree with you. I hope you come out. I don't know if you're Democrat, Republican, but I hope you come out Election Day. I hope everybody that's been so apathetic, and see, these politicians want to make you apathetic, Karen. They want to make you not come to the polls because the Democrats, Sprague, Kern, Barra Civic, they've got their little base, and if nobody comes out, they always win because they've got their base of their people that they've given big jobs to that aren't qualified. I think if Democrats, Republicans, if we all come out in St. Clair County, I think every vote will count. People say, Karen, my vote won't count. No, hell no, it won't count if you don't cast the vote. So I hope everybody, Karen, comes out. I hope we quit being so apathetic, because if so, we'll get rid of Sprague, Kern, Barra Civic. We'll get rid of this culture of corruption in St. Clair County because, Karen, if we don't do it this year, this whole county's going to be dead.
Oh, it's just about gone now. We got to get some good people in there that's out for us. The same way all the way up, all the way to the president. People need to wake up, stop voting Democrat, vote for the person. I am a registered Republican. I have always voted for who the best person for the people are. But people, they Democrats their whole life, so they go in there and they punch that ticket. They don't even look what they're doing to us. They're just blind.
Yeah, Karen, they are. And thanks for the call, Karen. I appreciate that. I sincerely do. Here's the problem, and I'll bring East St. Louis in. Here, East St. Louis, the proud black community. You know why you don't have anything down there? You don't have anything because the boys in Belleville don't want you to have anything down there. They want to keep you all on the plantation because if they keep you on the plantation, they can control the votes. They don't care about you and your families down there. You've known that for the last 50 years. They care about your vote. So I have to say, the proud black community, it's your fault too because you let them get away with it. You need to say, hey, give me a fishing pole so I can fish forever and be dependent on myself, not on you. Don't give me a fish every day so I have to come up and beg for another fish. And by you, proud blacks and whites below the hill, you guys perpetuate this crap because you let it go on and on. If you said, hey, we're putting a stop to it, you would be able to get jobs. Sprague, Kern, Barra Civic, they don't want to give you proud blacks below the hill jobs because then you become independent. Then they won't control you. So it's a vicious cycle. In 2016, let's break out of this cycle. Sprague sent money down to half the Democrats to destroy the other half of Democrats in East St. Louis because he knows year after year that they all come back in the fold. They're not coming back in the fold this time, Sprague. They've got some place to go with the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. We've united Democrats, Republican, men, women, independents, black and white. And Sprague, you guys are going to get screwed. Lines are always open, people. We are America's voice of freedom. Toll free, 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. Give me a call. Let me know what you think about this last election. We're going to do our little bit of housekeeping. And then we're coming after Mr. Haney, Tom Holbrook. I'm demanding Brendan Kelly, and I know you're part of the Democratic machine. Mr. Haney, Tom Holbrook, what a rotten piece of crap. He disenfranchised several thousand voters in St. Clair County. This incompetent bastard, if he's not guilty of a crime, he's guilty of incompetence. And if that's it, then you need to resign, Holbrook. You knew it was going to be a strong election. You knew there was going to be a big Republican turnout. I see there wasn't a lack of Democratic ballots, was there? Hell no, there wasn't, Holbrook. But there was a lack of Republican ballots, and that ought to make even the decent Democrats mad. Now, it won't make the party Democrats mad because of their culture of corruption. They don't care. They want to stifle us. They want to disenfranchise us. They want to suppress our votes because they know if we come out strong, in 2016, they're losers. They want to suppress our votes. But Haney, Mr. Haney, I got a deal for you. You remember the Green Acres, Mr. Haney, little sawed-off son of a bitch. I got a deal for you. Holbrook, we're going to have a deal for you next election. We're going to throw your lame ass out. But what do you care, Holbrook? You're sitting on you and your wife sitting on $135,000 worth of pension, people. When he retires, he'll have him and his wife over $135,000 a year in pension. And you know who's paying for that pension? We are. He's got a big state pension. Now he's going to get a county pension. His wife's got a state pension. She had a job, but she was smart enough. When she worked for the state, married to Holbrook, she never used his last name. I think it's because she was ashamed to. But either way, people, we're paying all these pensions and salaries. Look at Herb Simmons. He's trying to let mayor. All he does is kiss Kern's ass. This no-good son of a bitch makes $135,000 a year sitting on his ass. That job wasn't advertised. See, that's what Roger Cook is going to do. We're going to open up this county. We're going to let the real people have the opportunity to be successful. We're going to let the real people have the opportunity to get jobs. Not just the bastards that have to kiss their ass. That's the problem, people. Sprague, Kern, Barra Civic, the St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption, they don't care about qualifications for jobs. I want somebody that's qualified to help me and my community out. All Sprague, Kern, and Barra Civic want is somebody that'll help them out, help their families out, help their political futures. We're tired of this crap, and we're not going to take it anymore. Turner, Smith, and Hall, don't forget, every Friday. We're going to be there tomorrow, the best in the fish. They're going to have the fish special every Friday until Lent from 5 to 8 p.m. at Turner Hall in Smithton, Illinois. And thank you guys very much. The Lebanon Fire Department, their Good Friday Fish Fry. Good Friday Fish Fry on March the 25th to be held at the Lebanon Fire Department from 4 to 7:30 p.m. So get by and try to help those good people in Lebanon. Millstadt Firemen having their annual barbecue coming up Saturday, March the 26th from 11 a.m. till whenever. Any questions or concerns for the great guys in Millstadt? 476-1234. Also in Millstadt, music trivia coming up on March the 19th. It's a fundraiser to help the 8th graders of Millstadt Community School go to Washington, D.C. It'll be a great trip. Anybody that wants to be involved, wants to get concerned, wants to donate, please call 660-9797. And Dave Grunwald, thank you very much for that. Boulder Dash will be playing Saturday, March the 26th from 7 to 11 a.m. Tickets are $10. It's for a local United Way agency fund. They'll be performing at the Sportsman's Club at 1535 North County Road in Mascoutah, Illinois. For more details, you can contact 566-2175. The adult Easter egg hunt must be 21 years old. March the 19th. It's a public event at the Dupo Quarterbacks Club in Dupo, Illinois. Any questions or concerns, want to get involved, you can call 618-286-9801. The St. Clair Lodge number 24. The Ancient Free and Accepted Masons, their Work Smart and Country Store, to be held Sunday, March the 20th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It'll be given by the Masonic Organizations of the Temple. It's located at 225 East A Street in Belleville. The Polish American War Vets, their ham shoot, Sunday, March the 20th from noon to whenever. They're going to have free raffles, prizes, famous wheels, free ham and beans, bean soup, $2 long necks. Chico and all you guys at the Polish American War Vets, again, thanks for your support, your friendship. And guys, go out there. They've got a big, long line. It doesn't take forever to get through their shoot. It'll be held at the Polish American War Veterans headquarters at 2180 North 81st Street in the lovely village of Caseyville, Illinois. The Euchara Tournament to be held at the Albers American Legion, Post 1026, this Friday, March the 18th. It's sponsored by the Albers Sons of American Legion. Doors open at 6. Game starts at 7. And the sixth annual Trivia Silent Auction and Game Extravaganza to be held at the Holy Family Catholic Church Gym, located at 157 and Route 3 in Cahokia. Any questions or concerns, you can contact Kathy at 593-0904. Don't forget our American Legion buddies at Post 1937 having their meat shoot and wheel raffle this Sunday, March the 20th at TR's Place, 4901 Concordia Church Road in Belleville. Any questions or concerns, you can contact Commander Jim Farbus at 409-1212. The United Church of Christ Barbecue, held in Millstadt, right north of Millstadt, located at State Route 163. It'll be held this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, common spelling. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m., Monday through Friday, and now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every Monday through Friday at the stroke of midnight. Also, I'll remind you, go to our St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook, because they've got a lot of postings. They've got God Sprague in his Depends, and we're going to be showing God Sprague on Monday. We're going to be honoring God Sprague and the Depends manufacturer, because Bob Sprague is one of the world's best Depends advertisers, and we're going to get and talk about that in just a little bit. And today at Fisher's Restaurant, starting at 11 a.m., the best in the corned beef and cabbage, and we want to wish every proud Irish person a very, very happy and safe St. Patrick's Day. We love the Irish people, except for a couple of them that wouldn't let us in the parade, but the vast majority of Irish people, they were pissed, and I want to thank everybody for the calls that we got saying, Bob, don't hold that against the proud Irish, and we don't, people. But this Thursday, today, starting at 11 a.m., the corned beef and cabbage at Fisher's. You got to stop by. The radio station will be there. On this date, March the 17th, as we all know, it is St. Patrick's Day. And again, a salute to the proud Irish people of this great country. March the 17th, 1756, St. Patrick's Day was first celebrated in the United States in New York City at the Crown and Thistle Tavern. On this date, March the 17th, 1789, Christian Bowman became the last person to be burned at the stake. On this date, March the 17th, 1845, the rubber band was patented by Steve Perry of London. On this date, the first Professional Baseball Association, the National Association of Professional Baseball Players, was organized back in 1871. On this date, March the 17th, 1910, the Campfire Girls were organized, and I believe that Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, that's one of his favorite holidays, isn't it, Mark Sweet Cakes? And one day you'll know why he's called Sweet Cakes. On this date, March the 17th, 1948, the Hells Angel Motorcycle Group was formed in California. On this date, March the 17th, 2008, New York State Governor Eliot Spitzer resigned after a scandal involving a high-end prostitute. Hey, John Barasivic, John read on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle, Barasivic. Did you hear what I say? Chief Judge, John read on the noodle. Somebody was visiting a prostitute. The New York State Governor, the governor of New York, Eliot Spitzer, got caught with a prostitute. What do you think about that, John? Read on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle, Barasivic. Do you think an elected official should resign after they utilize the services of a prostitute? I'm just asking you, read on the noodle. And maybe you ought to ask your good friend Candy. Maybe Candy may tell you if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And I'm just asking, Barasivic, do you think that an elected official should resign after they've visited a prostitute? I'm asking you personally, John, read on the noodle like a pecker on the poodle, Barasivic. And if you want to ask Candy, let's ask Candy. You know Candy, John Barasivic. And you know what I'm talking about, John. I do believe you do. That's what happened on this date, March the 17th, throughout all these years in our world's history. We're going to take a break, but we've got some more callers. Let's take another one. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, Bob, this is Don.
Hey, Don, how you doing, sir?
Okay, I got this. It's kind of trivial, but I thought I'd let you have it. We voted at the church on North 17th Street in Belleville. And when we went to vote, we asked for our ballots. First, I've been independent since the mid-'90s. And so we asked for our ballots. My wife asked for a Republican ballot this time. And they gave it to her, and I went up there and I asked I wanted GOP. And the woman looked at me like I had three eyes. Had no idea what GOP was. So I had to say, well, I want a Republican ballot. And they gave it to me, and when we went to vote, we noticed they didn't give us a sleeve like they usually do to put the ballot in once you've done your voting. So we voted, and when we got done, we went to put them in the box, and my wife was first, and the election judge looked there and she said, let me see your ballot. I need to check signatures on there, or initials. And she handed her the ballot, and she looked at the front of the ballot and then gave it back to her and told her to put it in the box. And when I went up there, I looked at her and I stuck mine in the box. And I got a very dirty look from this lady. And I'm wanting to know why, what happened to the sleeves? This is supposed to be protect secrecy. They handed out no sleeves, and then they're asking to see the ballot before you put it in the box.
Yeah, you know what, Don? Let me tell you, I know you're frustrated. I appreciate the call. Everybody in St. Clair County is frustrated because Tom Holbrook has disenfranchised all of us. He's suppressed our votes. And you know why, Don, and everybody else listening? Because they know that we're going to beat their ass in November. They don't know what the hell to do. They've spent, Don, and people over $500,000 in a primary. We spent $5,000. They're afraid of me. Why? I don't know. Well, yes, I do. Because I've exposed these son of a bitches. And again, I'm not perfect. I'm tired of saying that. Please, people, remember, Bob Romanik's not perfect. But I am the perfect warrior for you people because I will fight. I will fight day in and day out as I have. And I got an email here, and they said that the taxpayer, that's not taxpayer, it's somebody. Larry from Shiloh. It says he's tired of this, but he says, Bob, run. We want somebody that's going to fight for the people, who's worried about the people. And I got to be honest with you. And taxpayer also sent a nice email. I am running because I want to serve the community. I am running because I am a proud American. I am running because I want to put the political situation back where it should be. I want to put it back in the people's hands. But I got to tell you and be honest. Part of the reason I'm running is personal. They screwed with my son 15, 10, 5 years ago because he was Bob Romanik's son and they didn't like me. Well, I'll tell you what, count good for nothing son of a bitches. That drives me every day. And I tell all of you, Sprague, Kern, Bear Civic, you better put a bullet in my head because that's the only way you're going to stop me. I'm fighting for my son. I'm fighting for everybody else that's been screwed by you rotten bastards. I know you're not felons. I believe you all should be. I think you're felons, just not convicted felons, in my opinion. But you no good son of a bitches, I'm after you. I'm after you personally. I'm after you politically. In one way or the other. A guy said, Romanik, they're going to take you down. Well, they may, but when they take me down, I'm grabbing onto them, and them no good son of a bitches are coming with me. I don't care at this point. I am not going to take another day and waste another day and let these son of a bitches disrespect me, you, and everybody in St. Clair County. Now, if you people want to come along for the ride, come along in November. Let's get rid of these son of a bitches. You know, I am a crazy son of a bitch, but I think that's what we need. They've driven us to be crazy. They can say what they want about Bob Romanik. I'm a bottom feeder. I'm a no good son of a bitch. I'm a felon. But I'll tell you, you can put all that aside. I'm a man, and I'm going to fight these no good son of a bitches. And think about it, people. If they weren't afraid of me and our movement, if they weren't afraid of the exposure, you think I'd get all this press? Poor white trash from the housing project? Hell no. They've elevated me because, see, you don't have to be the richest son of a bitch, the best looking son of a bitch, the smartest son of a bitch, and I'm none of the three to destroy these son of a bitch's house. Because we're going to take a stick of political dynamite. It's taken them 50 years to build this house with our money, the money they stole from us, the corrupt culture of corruption in St. Clair County. But it's going to take me one stick of political dynamite, poor white trash, one man to help blow up that house of corruption. Politically, of course. And it's coming, and they know it's coming. And they can fight me all day long, but I'll tell you, people, we need to unite. It's not about Bob Romanik. It's not about a political organization at the end of the day. It's about us. It's about survival. It's about making a life for you and your families, your children, your grandchildren. And I'm not trying to be melodramatic, but that's the way it is. We're getting hurt. Taxes raised. If I'm elected state representative, I'll go to hell before I'll raise one tax. I will not. You hear me right now. On the lives and the deaths of everybody sacred to me. They can put a gun to my head in Springfield. They can offer me whatever in Springfield. I will never vote to raise tax. Now, I'll vote to cut spending. I'll vote to get rid of these bastards. They're political people. I'll vote to get rid of Senator Foghorn. I say Buckwheat Claiborne's girlfriends. I'll vote to get rid of Holbrook's wife. I'll vote to get rid of the 15, 20 people in a Bear Civic family eating at the trough at the county. Not his last name, but they're family members. And there's a lot more inbreeding. I'll vote against that. I will not vote to hurt the people of St. Clair County. I will not vote to hurt the people of my district. And you can take that to the bank. I'm not Shimkus or somebody saying I'll only run so many times and then they go back on their word. You've got my word, people. You've got my word. I will never, ever vote to raise your taxes. And I promise you this, I don't give a damn if you come up to me. If I'm fortunate enough to win the election and say, Bob, I didn't vote for you. I think you're a rotten son of a bitch. But I need something done, and you're the representative of my district. I swear to you, if I can help you, I will. I'm tired of these political bastards. If you're not a Democrat, if you're not a Republican. No, if you're a human being, and if you're in my district, and if you need help, you'll get help from Bob Romanik. Don't give a damn what color you are. And I've proved that all throughout East St. Louis and below the hill. I help everybody out, black and white, Democrats and Republicans. I have some great Democratic friends, but I'm not going to play politics. I'm going to play life. I'm going to fight for the people. To hell with these politicians. Let's get rid of these son of a bitches. Let's get public servants in there. And we all don't have to be perfect. We've all made mistakes. Don't let that stop you from maybe not voting for me, but for somebody else. You know how bad it gets election time? You hear all the bad, all the good. Negativity sells during the election. And I'm not being negative when I talk about Sprague and Kern and Bear Civic, when I expose them. I'm talking the truth. You people know I've offered them $10,000, $20,000 to come on and defend themselves. They should come on and defend themselves because that's what we pay them to do. But they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're hiding. No comment. Got no comment. I'm tired of that no comment. When I pay a son of a bitch, I want them talking for me. And I want them talking to me. And I want them helping me. And we're not getting that, people. We've got a letter from Jerry, an email from Jerry from Mascoutah. Didn't get ballots out at 2:30. They had to wait till 5:30. People left, and it wasn't Democrats that left, it was Republicans. And I think you good Democrats, I think you guys ought to be pissed off. Because the good, fair, honest Democrats, they want a good, fair, and honest election. When I say these rotten bastard Democrats, please, for the good Democrats of St. Clair County, the fair and honest Democrats, I apologize. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the 1%, the culture of corruption in St. Clair County. And I'm going to fight these son of a bitches, and it ain't never going to stop until I destroy them. Politically, of course. And together, people, black, white, men, women, Democrats, Republicans, independents, we can stop this culture of corruption. Got some callers? Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Thanks for my call. I went on St. Clair's website to kind of just see what the election results were?
Yes, sir.
You can't even access the thing, Harley, without to figure out what's going on.
You know, Gary, let me tell you, and you sound like you've been around for a while. Don't sound like you're that old, but in St. Clair County, Gary, they don't give a. They've disrespected all. They disrespect their party people. They don't give a damn, Gary. That's the problem. How long have you lived in or do you live in St. Clair County?
No, I'm on the other side of the river. That's why I was just curious, how the election looked, with ballots being unappropriate with the wrong numbers and things, on how, people actually voted. But you can't access it. You can see anybody's.
Yeah. Well, you know what that is, Gary? That's the lack of, thanks you for the call, Gary. That's a lack of transparency because these son of a bitches, they want to hide, and we've let them hide, people. I'm tired of no comment, couldn't be reached. If you've got an employee and you go up and ask him for an answer to a question and he works for you and you're paying him and he says no comment or you can't find him on the job, that son of a bitch will be fired. And that's what we have to remember, people. These rotten bastards work for us. We don't work for them. Sprague, Bear Civic, Kern, they used to walk around with their head up high like they were big shots, like they were somebody. I've pulled them down to the gutter. And I said before, once I get a step ladder, I'll go up to the gutter and I'll meet them and I'll fight them in the gutter. These no good son of a bitch political parasitical punks, these political punks, that's what they are. They're bullies. And they don't like to be bullied. And I'm bullying the bullies, and I'm going to continue. And I hope all you good people, all you people unite, not to support Bob Romanik, but to defend our great country, our great Constitution, our great government, our great country that these rotten bastards have methodically over the last 50 years in St. Clair County destroyed. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, radical radio at its finest. And we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. You know, you heard the entrance of that song. You got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. That's the way I feel. I am upholding my family's name, and you need to uphold your family's name. We need to let these son of a bitches know that we're not going to take it anymore. I want to congratulate and salute the good people of Cahokia. They voted down the annexation for Parkfield Terrace. That was just a grab by Curtis McCall and his people to get more votes, to control more votes, well, I won't go that far, but you know what I'm talking about. Have a gentleman, Bud, and thanks for the email, Bud, out of Centerville Township. It says, I live in Centerville Township, Signal Hill to be exact, and this Curtis McCall situation just gripes my ass. Whatever happened to Marls? They must feel real good that they outflanked the people. These bastards knew that Jerry Nichols was going to beat them in the general election. And people, what happened? Curtis McCall, they infiltrated the Republican Party. They got this little asswipe kid they put on the ballot as a Republican. All the Democrats crossed over and voted for this Republican so they wouldn't have to face Jerry Nichols in the general election. And how asinine is that? You know, they don't care what they do. This culture of corruption in St. Clair County, and I don't have to tell you people, I don't know why I'm preaching. You people know it. You've known it way before I came on the air 5 or 6 years ago to expose these son of a bitches. But it's unbelievable that we let this crap go. And again, taxpayer, thank you very much. She says using politics for one's personal gain is no good, but rather have it for service in the name of public good. She also, or he also said that this voting disenfranchisement should be a request from the Department of Justice to investigate because it is a civil rights violation. And taxpayer, you're exactly right. And that's who we're going to call, the Department of Justice, because we're not going to take it anymore. People, let me tell you, these elections, I've been on both sides. I'm not proud to say that. I watched them steal an election after election. It got so bad I had to say, I can't do this anymore. I was part of the problem. Now I want to pay back and be part of the solution. Being in prison isn't nothing compared to what I witnessed my years in politics in St. Clair County. If I was a rat, I went to prison because I wouldn't rat my friends out. And these son of a bitches that are against us ought to be thankful that I am a man, because there'd be 5 or 6 of them in jail. I've witnessed so much crap. It made me sick. And it takes a lot to make Bob Romanik sick. I've been on both sides. A policeman, been in federal prison. I've watched death. I've watched destruction. And I mean this. Nothing is bad as this culture of corruption in St. Clair County. It's not politics with me. It's a mission. It's a mission to destroy these guys. I've watched what they've done. I've watched them take votes from people black and white and then use the N-word and then say what white trash and what this and that. They have no respect for the people of St. Clair County, and you guys all know that. You go to the courthouse, you get treated like animals. You try to get some information on your taxes, you get treated like dogs. They don't care. It's time that we take our county back. It's time we take our state, our country back, people. I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. We all have to unite. Don't have to be the best of friends. Don't have to be drinking buddies. Don't have to be just all white or all black or all Democrat or all Republicans or all men or all women. They're destroying us, methodically destroying us day after day. And if you saw the inner workings of this St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption. I watched Bear Civic in the day beg to be on the lieutenant governor candidate on the Democrats, begged everything but down on his hands and knees. I saw the dealings in the back room with Sprague and his dad and Touche and everybody else. And it was ugly. It was real ugly. And I could have sat there and I could have took my money and I could have been part of the machine. But as bad as I am, people, I'm not that bad. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want to see the poor get poorer. I didn't want to see the hungry get less food than they were already not getting. At the end of the day, whether there's a God or not, you got to answer to something or somebody. And on my deathbed, I am going to be able to say, I tried to make a difference. I don't know how much of a difference I'm going to make, but I've made a difference in St. Clair County just by the $200,000-$300,000 worth of hit pieces they put out on me. They're worried, people. And if we all get together, it's not about Bob Romanik. It's not even about the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. It's not about the Democrats or the Republicans. It's about having a decent life for you, your children, and your grandchildren. You see the way it's going? These incumbents got to go. And I will tell you, if you elect us and we don't do right, don't give us 40 years. You're idiots. Give us 4 years. And if we don't do the job, we don't deserve your vote. We don't deserve your support. These bastards are like kings and queens up there. Kern, more like a queen than a king, but we'll talk about that later. And Mrs. Kern, by the way, I said the Bob Romanik Screaming Eagle. Your husband and Sprague say it's Romanik land. And it is an amusement park if that's what you want it to be. I didn't talk about giving you free hot dogs. She's talking about, I had to get her off the air, want to eat my hot dog. Well, hell no, I got my own hot dog. You eat your hot dog, let me eat mine. Mrs. Kern, I'm not going to let you have my hot dog. And I think you all know what I'm talking about. If I wasn't putting mustard on it, it'd probably burn, probably sting. But that's how bad I hate these son of a bitches for what they've done to all of us. I'm not talking about a nice woman. I'm talking about a political figure, Mrs. Kern. When I talk about roly-poly, fat-ass, babysitting Patty Sprague, I'm not talking about women. I love women. I respect women. But there's some women that become politicians. They're no longer women. They're no longer men. They're politicians. But you'll get some of these women, oh, he talked about women. All you women ought to hate him. No, I'm not talking about the decent women. I'm talking about the few and far between, the skanks, the hoes. I'm talking about the political whores, the ones that'll do anything with their husbands, the one that come out and fight and then they want to be insulted because they're women. Just stay out of the political arena. You can't have it both ways. Patty Sprague, the babysitter for God Sprague, or Bob, I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal, Sprague. His wife was his babysitter. Took the father away from the wife and the children. Oh, how nice is that? And it's the same Sprague that didn't go to his dad or his brother's funeral. I shouldn't have to say any more the rest of my life about pissy pants Bob Sprague other than he wouldn't go to his dad's funeral, wouldn't go to his brother's funeral. That ought to tell you about this egregious, no-count, good-for-nothing, sleazy, greasy, cockroach-sucking son of a bitch. That's all you need to know. That's what a rotten person this bastard is. Let's understand, people. It's not personal anymore. It's political, and that's right, it is political. That's the only way we're going to get them out of office, is to vote them out of office. So let's all unite. Democrats, Republicans, men, women, black, white, independents. Don't let them separate us by color. Don't let them separate us by gender. Don't let them separate us by political beliefs. Let's all unite in St. Clair County and get rid of these rotten bastards before they destroy us. Let's get them. And by the way, don't forget Monday, I'll be up at the courthouse broadcasting live. Anybody's up there that's pissed at Sprague, that Sprague screwed throughout all these years? No, I don't want to say that. Hell, we'll have the courthouse flooded. They'll have to shut the streets down. But I will be broadcasting live, challenging these son of a bitches on Monday. And I will be wearing my Depends, but I'll wear them over my pants out of respect for God Sprague. We're going to have a rally against Bob Sprague for pissing in his drawers and pissing on all of us. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state, not bisexual, Kern, bi-state. And stay out of the boys' locker room, you idiot. America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, nuts. We're crazy, but we're proud to be the Patriot. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, when we'll continue on these rotten bastards. And hey, and Kern, is that a kilt you got on, or is that a dress that you wear? I just want to know, you ignorant, stupid, rotten bastard. We're going to get to the bottom of you and what you're about, sweet cakes, and we're going to all know why you're called sweet cakes. And Bear Civic, hey, why don't you, are you and Candy coming by to get corned beef and cabbage? You know what I mean, Bear Civic? I think you do. I think the public will find out shortly how egregious, how nasty, how rotten, how hypocritical you no good, no count son of a bitches are. And it's coming. So stay tuned, people. But let's continue to unite, to expose these rotten bastard, political, corrupt, no count, good for nothing, cockroach sucking, lazy, good for nothing, low life, bottom feeders. I can't think of that. I'm just thinking the names they call me. I'm just flipping the script, but that's okay. I'll come up with some new ones. But again, people, at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about us, the people of this great United States. Let's take back our counties, our states, our great country before it devours us. And that's right around the corner. And we can do it by destroying by destroying these rotten political parasitical punks we call politicians. Destroy them politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time.